Hi there, welcome to my hobby bench. My name is Ken, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing and closer look at the Helios 1350 U.S.S. Excelsior NCC-2000. Now you may be saying to yourself, but there's nothing on your bench. And that's because the kit comes in two large boxes that aren't really going to be able to open and see well enough on my bench. So what we're going to do is move to my basement where I have a table set up with the two boxes that came today, and we'll unbox it there, and then we'll come back here and take a closer look at the parts. So let's go to the basement. All right, so here we are in the basement now. Sorry if my air conditioning running is a little loud. It's that time of year, it's really hot outside, so. But I do have a mic on, so it should be good. Here's the two boxes I received from Helios. You can see it's pretty big. So let's start off. We'll grab a scalpel here and we'll cut in here. So these were shipped by U.S.S. So and the box does say Enterprise D on it, but that's, I think, just because they had extra boxes kicking around of their Enterprise D kit. All right, so here we can see we got lots of good bubble wrap. Good to see. Let me move some of this out of here and see what we got. Okay, so we have, this feels like the metal Nacelle pylons. So that's good. Put that over there. And here we have the big old saucer. Now that's huge. That is amazing. And it looks like that's all that's in this box. So I'll put that aside and we'll put this down here. And what we'll do now is I'll cut the video here really quick. I'll get stuff set up and we'll unbox the next step. Okay, here we have the next box. We just kind of started it. I'm just going to finish opening it. There we go. I'll put this knife over here. And we'll see what we get in here. Should be the rest of it. All right, so again, lots of bubble wrap. Good to see. Don't know what's in here. So we'll find out when we get to the bench. Everything seems like it's well wrapped, which is good. Good to see. Looks like we got some clear parts in here. As you can see there. Again, nicely wrapped. They really seem to take care of that. Probably the nacelles here. Nice big long nacelles. That's one. This will probably be the other one. Nice. Lots of more bubble wrap. Some more pieces here. There we go. They sure seem to do a really good job. And here would be their main hull. Again, it's huge. And that looks like everything in the box. So I'll move that off of here. What I'll do is I'll start taking these over to the hobby bench and we'll take a closer look and unwrap everything. All right, so you can see here I'm back at the bench now, and I have a huge pile of parts here. With the saucer and the nacelles beside me, or sorry, the saucer and the main hull, or sorry, secondary hull on the floor beside me. So what we're gonna do is I'll clean this all off and we'll start opening these up one by one. Some of them I'm gonna try and guess what they are. Some of them I have no idea. So let's clear this off and start looking at the parts. All right, so this one is pretty heavy and it's metal. So I'm going to say this is the arms here for the or the pylons here for the nacelles. So let's take a look, because that is one thing that was toted for the kit. Yep, was the fact that these are metal on the bottom and resin or whatever on the top. So here we have it. It was wrapped really nice and taped together. So that's good. Nice detail on the bottom here. I'm going to take a closer look. You can see how it's going to bolt onto its frame. Really thick here. The resin. Detail's good here. I'm looking to see if there's any defects. Andrew over at Canadian Starships, he's already got the Helios 1350 Enterprise B, so which is a modified Excelsior kit as well. And he had a few issues with his, but I mean, Helios is good, and they sent him replacements pretty quick. You can see we have our channel here to run our wiring. There's a little bit of a bump here. I think that, I don't know if that's supposed to be a light or what's going to go there. But other than that, these parts look amazing. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. I'm not seeing nothing standing out as for like bubbles or anything like that. This will be the first full resin kit I've ever built. It does look like it gaps up here. So I don't know if that's an issue. Whereas it looks like it's a touch better on this side. But you can see we still have kind of a gap. So we'll have to take a look at that when we are looking to build. But other than that, the detail looks really good. The lines scribed in here match up really well. If I push down there, see the line up here, a little bit of a gap, not a problem. But yeah, looking really good. So I'll take these away here, I'll put them away, and I'll get the next parts. All right, so here we have the next one. I can kind of see what it is. This is that rear area here over the shuttle bay area on the secondary hull. I don't know if anything else is in here, but it feels like it's on a piece of cardboard or something. So we'll take a look. I am really excited to get this one started. Also, Andrew from Canadian Starships will be building for a client a NX-2000 Excelsior. So keep an eye out for that one as well. We're both part of the HTM hobby group, and I think we're both looking at building this around the same time. Oh, something else is in there. Okay. So we have attached to cardboard. We do have, yes, the shuttle bay area here. I believe this is the shuttle bay doors. Again, some little casting bumps. I don't know if they're supposed to be casting bumps, or sorry, if they are casting bumps or if they are actual details that are supposed to be on there. I'm not, you know, looking, it looks like they'll all have them, so I'm going to say that's a detail. And again, it looks like some lights back there. Really nicely secured. I'm very happy with the way they did that. Let's take this off of here. There we go. So again, looks like it's nice thick down here, but not bad here. Scale-wise, I'm sure that's kind of a nice thickness for what the model is. Let's get rid of this tape here. Looks like it's fairly straight. It doesn't look like it's warped out any way that it shouldn't be. Warped out, no pun intended. Yeah, no, looking really good. Again, we're really happy with the level of detail. Great job, Helios. Let's see what else we got here. So here we have, I guess this would be the shuttle bay area that's going to go under there for the NCC version. And the one thing I do like about this kit is they did have the windows all cast with them not in place, so you don't have to drill out any windows or anything. I don't know if you can see, it looks like we have a detail there being a docking ring maybe or something. So looking really nice. Yeah, oh, beautiful parts. Yeah, I don't see any defects or anything. Looking really good. I hope that's the details coming up for you as well. And I'm not too sure what this part is. I don't know if it's from the same kind of area. Oh, no, here we go. This would be the where the the impulse engine crystals go on the top of the saucer. Couldn't tell what it was that way, but this way, yeah, you can kind of see that's where it's going to be. It is different between the NX and the NCC versions of the Excelsior. So again, really nice detail. Not seeing any issues. It looks like they do have a couple little divots here, so the parts that are going to go in there are probably keyed to fit in only one way. So that's really nice. So yeah, that's a great job by Helios. Again, I have to say I'm so impressed with this so far. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a few more little parts and we'll see what we can see. Okay, here we have the next package. And I'm not sure what this would be. It's got a hole in it. I can see that much through here. I don't really have any guesses as to what it would be. Something on the secondary hull maybe. Or maybe the tops of the warp nacelles. We will see. Where do I need to cut this? Say right here. Now the one thing that doesn't appear to be here, I think it's according to Andrew at Canadian Starships, this shipped separately was the metal framework that goes on the interior of the kit, I believe was what he had said. Yes, this does appear to be the tops of the warp nacelles. So, right on. Take the tape off here and take a closer look. See, what I want to make sure too is that nothing's broken or anything. Looks like we do have some warpage here. It looks like that might be, when it was put in here, might have caused it to warp up a little bit. Not a huge issue. Being resin, it can be, heated up a little bit, not too much, and then it can be straightened out. Again, like I said, this will be the first full-on resin kit I've worked on, but I have watched other people's videos like Andrew, and he's full of great tips and advice. So let's take a look. Looking here, it looks like this has been, it's bent in a little bit. Not an issue. It'll, it's easily can be secured in place in a straight line when it is attached to its part. I believe this is the front area. Again, nice thick resin, I think, where it needs to be. It is nice and smooth. Again, on this side too. I'm not seeing anything broken or anything. Looking, it looks like it is warped a little bit coming up, but not much. Again, I mean, like that, but it will secure down with some epoxy resin or something like that when you go to secure it. And again, on this side here, looks like it'll just, not be an issue. Then back here we have a line detail and an area here looks like lights for the rear. And this one, same thing. Nicely scribed in line. I'm not seeing any bubbles or defects. And, you know, it all looks really good. Let's take a look at our next bag of parts. All right, when I said bag of parts, I meant I was looking at this one here with the, it's the only actual bag that comes in here. So let's take a look. So we have some clear parts here. We have, looks like one of our impulse crystals here. Really nice. I like the way that looks. The detail's great. There's no bubbles. There is some line texture detail in there, if you can see that. Looking really good. Nice and clear too. And this would be our our deflector dish array or whatever it's called. And again, it is keyed as well, which is nice to see and really clear. They've really done an awesome job with the clear resin. And as you can see, the detail is, you know, really good. Let's see if this has got a little keying mechanism on it. And it does right up there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, right there. So there should be another one in here with the same thing. I hope there's another one. There it is. Here's the other one. So again, really looking nice, as you can see. And there's the bottom. You can see the keying portion right there. So that way there's no question how it goes. All right, let's see what else we have. In this tissue paper, we have, a little bit of clear resin here. This is probably for our impulse engines, I would assume. Looking nice. Nice detail in there. Nice and sharp. If you can see that. Feel free to pause the video at any point and take a closer look. Again, here's the other one. Looking really good. And we have some more clear parts here. So this would probably be for our nacelles. No, yes, this would be for our nacelles. This is going to be the rear of the nacelles on the side. This would be our RCS thrusters here, down here. So that is really nice detail on there. So you'll be able to, you know, do this yellow and just leave the light parts unpainted. Oh, a little out of focus there. There we go. So you can leave the holes unpainted or clear them out afterwards, and then have your RCS thrusters lit. Again, here's the one on the other side. Looking really good. Oh, a little bit of a something on there, but I don't think that's going to be an issue because we're going to be painting these parts. Where it really matters is just this corner area here. So, and that area is looking really nice. All right, let's see what else we have here. Is this the bridge or what? What do we got? Oh, okay, so this would be on the bottom of the secondary hull, I believe. Where that cargo area is. I would assume that's what this would be, nice and clear. A little bit of a raised little portion there, just a little blemish. I'm sure that would buff out nicely. A little bit of a scuff on there. Again, I'm sure it'll buff out really nicely. Just use your proper buffing tools. There we go. And this would be for the bottom of the saucer for our navigational. I'm trying to remember the big dish on the bottom. Sorry, I don't know my part names that well, but as you can see, beautiful clear parts in this kit. Just, you know, exquisite. So very happy with that. So I'm going to take these, I'm going to wrap them back up, and I'll put them back in the bag, and then we'll come back and look at some more of the parts. All right, there's 2 more bundles left of these small parts. Not too sure what's in here, just by the feel. It feels like maybe a few parts in here. So we'll take a look. and see what we have. Okay. Yes, a couple parts in here. Ooh, more than a couple. A little bag here full of, looks like our bridge section and the fins that go kind of near the impulse engines. Okay, let's see here. So we got a ring, probably the ring that goes around the deflector dish, I would assume. So you can see the detail in there, really nice. And again, it's got a point here to line up. I'm just looking to see if there's any defects. I'm not seeing any, no bubbles or anything like that. Looks like they've done a really good job. Might be a little bit of extra stuff in here, but I'll worry about that when it's time to build. Hardly noticeable. I don't think anybody's going to be getting that close to the model once it's built. Okay, let's see what else we got here. So we got our bridge section right here. So the bridge is different between the different versions of the ships. So between the NX and the NCC. And I'm not sure for the Enterprise B if it uses the same as the NCC type of bridge. Again, you can see the windows are cut out for the rear, probably the officer's lounge back there. If it's anything like the A, or the even just the refit. So looking really nice. These would be our fins back here for the top of the, I think these go kind of off the back of the back portion of the saucer section. So those are looking really good. Not seeing any defects on them. I like them. And this one, good. They don't look like they're warped or anything. They look nice and straight. Let's see what else we have here. Awesome. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Ooh, okay. I don't know. I honestly can't say what they are. Nicely detailed though, whatever they are. I can't complain. They are nicely detailed. And here's a second one. So it's probably somewhere up around the saucer, would be my assumption. Unless something is for the cargo bay area. See, I don't know if this is supposed to be like a... I'm not sure. You know, it's got vents on the bottom here. Or the back, or whatever that is. Looks like one of them's partially plugged, would need to be cleaned out. But again, not a huge issue compared to the size of this kit and what you're getting. This one, they all look like they're cleaned out really well. So really good job. Again, I'm not too sure. I think these are the tractor beams that go on the bottom of, kind of underneath the, or tractor beams, or maybe they're photon launchers. They go on the bottom under the shuttle bay area, I believe, if I'm picking these parts out correctly. So, give a closer look there. See what we're getting. Look really nice. Give you the second one. Again, not seeing any issues. They all look like they're properly formed. A little bit dirty around some of the areas, but that's, again, not an issue. We'll be cleaning these parts and getting them nicely, hopefully cleaned up before we start painting and building. So that's everything there. So I'm going to start putting these ones back in the bags, and then I'll come back. We'll open up the last little package, and then we'll get on to the big parts. All right, so here we are at the last small package. I always say good things come in small packages, so we'll find out. So we'll cut this open and see. I'm trying to remember, trying to think what other kind of pieces we're missing. Maybe some detail down in the cargo loading area, maybe, or maybe some stuff, more stuff on the top of the saucer. We'll find out what we're missing. All right. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Look at that right there. So there is our, I think it's a planetary sensor, I think, on the bottom of the saucer. That's where that big clear part we had earlier that I couldn't think of what it's called. It looks like it'll fit in there just nicely. And with a look at the detail, you see the detail is nicely, finely molded in there. It's just incredible. I'm not seeing any bubbles or anything that looks like it's been mismolded or anything. Helios has done a really good job. I am extremely happy with this. Yes, indeed. And then here we have. All right, so this is a part I was concerned about. This is what actually goes on the bottom that I was thinking those other little parts did for the, well, I think I call them tractor beam emitters. So this is the part I believe that goes directly underneath the shuttle bay. So let's cut this out. I was kind of concerned about these thin parts here and how they were going to be transported. But at this scale, at 350 scale, you can see they're really big. So let's get this tape off here so we can get a better look at our detailing. Oh man, amazing. Look how deep those go into there. Oh, that is incredible. Looks like they're a little bit, a little bit warped a little bit, but not going to be an issue. They will easily be able to straighten out and, epoxy in place. So beautiful. This actually, yeah, I'm so happy with this. Makes me think the other parts are the parts that would go into the cargo bay area on the bottom of the secondary hull. As you can see, those details are just amazing. Now let's take a look at, this would be the last little bit where that clear part goes for the, I'm calling it a cargo bay area. I believe that's what it is, on the bottom of the secondary hull. I'll point it out more when we get to the big parts. And so yeah, here we go. Not a whole lot to see on this part. There is some detail on this portion. It is textured, so which is good. I'm just gonna get this little bit of tape off here. I don't know if that's a little OCD or what, but there we go. So if you can see there, we have some detailing in here looking really nice. Yeah, no, they've done a fine job for sure. I'm hoping that's coming through. Again, feel free to pause at any point, take a closer look. And again, let's see here. Yeah, nice and flat. No issue with any of these parts. For this one, it's hard to tell because it's got this raised part here to slot into the kit itself, but I think otherwise it looks like it's, see here, if I put it along this straight line, maybe a little bit, but I don't think you'll notice. So looking really good. I'm going to put these parts away and we'll get on to the big parts. All right, so here we have the rest, the next parts is the warp nacelles. Easy to identify because they're really long, like that. So we'll see what else comes in them. See if, I'm sorry, this won't fit all the way on my hobby bench in the camera. So this is going to be an interesting build when it comes time to build. That's for sure. As I may have to make some adjustments with the positioning of my camera for this build when it comes that time. Okay, oh, look at that. Look at that detail. Amazing. The fins on there. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All the details. Oh, just amazing. Amazing job. And this is just the bottom. You can see where it's going to slot in here. We have the nice big hole here to run our wiring through. Here we have the top with great detail in there where we're going to have those top pieces. Oh, just Beautiful parts for sure. Let's untape this and see if there's anything on the inside or how it's looking on the inside. I'll just get a little bit of a close-up here so you can kind of see that fin detail on there. Just, you know, in these little squares for detail bits. You can see up here. Amazing. That looks like a piece right off the top of a TIE fighter. So a little bit of a crossover. It's like Jordan aligning the stars. He's also got some great videos. Check out Jordan at Aligning the Stars. He's another member of HTM. Now I'm just looking to see. Yeah, here you can see right down here is where those clear fins are going to go with our RCS thrusters. So right on. Let's get all this off of here and open it up. Okay, let's see here. Let's see how this opens up. There we go. Oh, really heavy duty resin. That's one of my concerns was drooping over time with resin. I know I've watched some of Lou's videos over at Aztec Dummy. I know he had a large resin Enterprise E that, but it was kind of the way it was sitting over time. The bottom started to cave in with the weight. So I was concerned about these nacelles, whether or not they'll start to droop over time. But they are really thick, that's for certain. And I'm hoping, if need be, might have to look at putting a piece of metal in here, just along the bottom, to join up with the metal on the pylons that connect down here, and maybe to prevent any drooping or sagging. Even if you're just to put a big flat piece of metal in here and just epoxy it in here by itself, you would think that would certainly help with preventing the, especially the rear, from drooping over time. But oh, now that is a nice thick, heavy-duty resin. And just looking, I am not seeing any detail or any problems with the details. I'm not seeing any bubbles. Just looking at this is where our clear RCS thruster fin kind of goes in. Just amazing. Amazing for sure. I'm not going to bother showing you the other one. I'm sure it looks much the same. I will check it out, but and if there is an issue, I will show you on camera. But I don't see a need to show you me unwrapping it and looking at it. It's I'm sure it's just going to be the mirror version of this. So when we come back, it'll be with the I believe the secondary hull will come on to next, and we'll end off with the saucer. So we'll be right back. All right, I'm back with the other nacelle here. Now, I said I wasn't going to come back if there's no issues, but I did want to point out there's no issue with this one, but I didn't point it out on the other one, is that even these points here for the spotlights, like they have on the refit, have the holes there for the lights to come out. So nicely done. Thank you, Helios, for all these little details. Oh, just excellent. I will be right back with the secondary hull. All right, I actually missed this one here. This is a medium size wrapped one. I had it sitting here with the secondary hull. So let's actually open this and see. This would be the neck, I would assume. I don't know how I missed that. So let's take a look and see, other than the neck, if there's anything else in here for details or any other parts. So there we go. All right, so we have a lot of fine wrapping. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Some cardboard, some other parts in here. There we go. So here's our neck. We also have this part over here we'll talk about in a moment. You know what? I think this is where those little parts go that I thought were tractor beam emitters. It looks like they are the photon torpedoes, but they're for the front. Let's take a look at this neck. As you can see, oh, just the fin detail looks amazing. I'm not seeing any issues whatsoever. Oh, just perfect detail. No bubbles, nothing like that at all. Again, if you're thinking about getting this kit, you know, what I'm seeing so far is definitely a recommend. It's not cheap, but it is, I think right now, looking at everything, it is highly worth it. And then here, yes, this would be, oh, look at that detail in there. This would be our cargo bay area. And the detail is amazing. Just look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh, you can see right down in there. And it does open up for when you're building the kit and painting. So let's do that. Let's open it up and see what we can see. So you can see, again, cutouts here for all the lighting to come on through. So you don't have to worry about drilling out and, you know, doing all that cutting of the resin and hoping everything's right. They've gone ahead and done that for you. Oh, look at that. And even the detail in between all the ribs. Just amazing. I'm just looking here and I'm not seeing any flaws whatsoever. Oh, I'm running out of words to say. It's just amazing. Oh, little piece broke off. So that's something to take a closer look at. We may have to look at seeing if we can fix that. If not, we'll contact Helios and say, hey, what's up? A little piece broke off. Doesn't look too bad though. I think it's fixable. Just a little chip. So we could, I think that'll just glue in there nicely without an issue. So I'll put that aside for now. And let's take a closer look at all this. Oh, just incredible. Little hole over here, probably for some lights. Just on the one side. The detail. Oh, I tell you, the detail is phenomenal. Wow. I am amazed. All right. So I'm going to put these parts away and we'll come back and we'll take a look at the secondary hull. All right, so here we are with our secondary hull. Huge is a word I would use. So what I'm going to have to do is, same as I did with the nacelles, bring it back and forth into view here. Let's unwrap it and see how she looks. Right there, and right about here, and all the way down at this end. There we go. Oh, wow. Look at that. Just something to marvel at. Look at that detail. Incredible. And all the windows are all drilled out. Not even drilled out, just molded open. The panel lines look amazing. Incredible. Again, down here, I think, oh, sorry, let me make sure I'm on camera. Maybe even these might be the photon torpedoes, and those other parts in the neck are something else. I'm not sure. Here we have a space for a ginormous rod to support it and to run all our wiring right here. Looks like there we got our phasers down here. Details down here. have to keep looking from the model to my and then back to the camera to see what I'm showing, making sure I'm getting everything in view. And that's where that portion goes. I said under the shuttle bay area, right down in here is where it slots in. And our cargo bay area, or what I'm referring to the cargo bay area, goes in here. Might need to be sanded out just a little bit, but not bad at all. Again, little spots here for lights or whatever, including down into here. And it's all been, you know, molded open so you can see into there. And then our top of our secondary hull looks great, fantastic. Not seeing any issues. Is that just some schmutz in there? Again, just a little. I don't think that's a bubble, but oh, just the level is amazing. We have little spots here drilled out for lights, I believe, or something. So again, little holes. And then up front here, where our deflector dish or whatever it is that goes up here. So, oh, just fantastic. I think I'm going to leave this as is. There's nothing, I'm not seeing anything on the inside. So I'm going to leave this taped up for now. But as you can see, just all the windows and everything. They've done an amazing job. Might need to be clamped, obviously, I guess, when you go to put them together to, you know, get this gap to close all the way. But, you know, resin kit, my understanding is that's pretty normal. But oh, even just the fact that they have these lights cut out along here even is just, yeah, just amazing. Amazing job. Oh, yeah, that is incredible. All right, I'm going to get the final bit here. After we just do a little bit more looking. Look at that, all the way back there. Windows all the way to the rear. Well, it's just incredible. Incredible, incredible. Definitely recommend. Okay, let's get the saucer. All right, here we have the saucer. The final part, ladies and gentlemen. Let's unwrap this. Again, I'm going to be having to move it around to get it all on the camera even. It's just that large. Now this model overall, the 1/350 scale, they do say it is 133 centimeters. So 1 1/3 meters. And I think if it's imperial, I think you're looking at 4 feet and a bit, just under 4 1/4, I think, or maybe around 4 1/4, guessing. Oh my dear. Look at that. That's just, oh. I am speechless. Just the detail. Sorry I'm not on camera here, but oh, wow. That is amazing. Look at my hand. I don't have small hands. And that is just enormous. I mean, there we go. A scalpel in comparison. Oh, wow. That's, oh no, I do have a flaw with it though. I do see a broken piece. Oh dear. Just right back here. You see I have a broken piece missing. I'll have to take a look in all the packaging and see if it is in here. But yeah, that's unfortunate. We'll take a look for that later and see if I can find it. But just the level of detail on here is incredible. Oh, and I see another broken piece on the back. Oh well. I know, oh, and we got a large crack on the top here. So we already did find some issues. So, and like in talking with Andrew, Helios is good for getting replacement parts, so which is good. So I'm not really concerned, but I can already see like the window details drilled out and everything. So this was obviously in the main box itself. So this box probably got banged up a bit. I'm just gonna move my water out of the way here. And we'll take a look. So, yeah, so if we can see, it is cracked right here. A big crack right up along here. So we will keep untaping and see what else we can see. But other than those few issues, I'm not seeing anything that I'm overly concerned about for detail-wise. I think on the side of detail, we have a winner. It is unfortunate that I'll probably have to get a replacement saucer top at least. We'll take a closer look at the bottom here once we kind of got it untaped. All right, so here we go. All right, let's move the saucer bottom out of the way. Gently put that over there. So you can see we're also missing a large piece right here is missing. This corner's been chipped here. And then, like we said, that piece up here missing. Yeah. And of course, our big cracked area right here. It feels like it's just barely holding on. I'm not gonna try and move it because I think it'll fall off if I do. Which, sad to see, but otherwise, let's look at our details. We can see here we have our windows drilled out again. So beautiful job. Even along, oh, if you can see it. I know it's not in focus very well, but we have these windows just along the edge here, which is right along here. So we have windows even drilled out or formed, not in there. I'm seeing a few other little chips. So yeah, this box here must have taken a real big beating, unfortunately. But the level of detail, I am just blown away by, I have to say. Just incredible. I'm just looking for see if there's any other issues. I know this will have to be replaced, this piece, because some of the parts, chip pieces aren't even, I don't see them around. So they're gonna have to be, I'm gonna need a replacement, so. But that's okay. The detail, the panel lines look great. We have our phasers, our phaser bumps here, which is really nice. Kind of right here, and it kind of goes around a double. So we have a pair here, 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 and here. So lots of phasers on the Excelsior. We have the details for the RCS thrusters. Again, they're drilled out, looking great. I am happy with the level of detail. It is incredible. And even just along here, we have windows, you know, holes for windows for lighting. So incredible. Let's take a little closer look at the detail for where the the impulse engines go. Just back there. I know, sorry, it's a little blurry, but yeah, looking great. So that's a part I'm going to have to get a new piece for. Let's take a look at the bottom of our saucer. So here we have the bottom saucer. We'll have to take a look really closely, see if there's any parts, anything damaged on here, so we know if we need both of them replaced. So far looking good. Nothing's cracked or loose that I feel yet. But the level of detail again with the panel lines, the phasers, the holes for the windows, incredible, amazing. So yeah, just phenomenal, as I said before. Yeah, look at that. And again, so it's thicker resin and then thinned out here where our windows are going to be. So you can just put little lights in those areas. Otherwise, the bottom feels like it is in good shape. But yeah, no, for sure, I am excited to build this kit. So this has been the Helios 1350 Excelsior, sorry, U.S.S. Excelsior NCC-2000, the ship that was piloted or that was captained by Sulu from the original series. Amazing. I would highly recommend it. It's just unfortunate there was a few issues with my saucer. No other issues really with any other parts, and it just seems to only be the top of the saucer. Maybe a little bit of a crack just down in here, but yeah, looks like it's pretty good. I'm not going to complain. It doesn't feel loose or anything. I know they're great for replacing parts. So thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, if you like what you see, feel free to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to go check out Andrew over at Canadian Starships. High recommend. He has been working on the Helios 650 Enterprise D. He's actually been working on two of them. And he does have a 350 Excelsior, the Enterprise B, and I know he's doing the Excelsior NX-2000 for a client that's a 1350 as well. This kit does come in 3 different sizes. Comes in 1/650, so which would match with the Enterprise D kit that they've put out. Plus, I believe the one of the original, I think the original TOS kit might be a 650. Also, they have the, I think it's a 1/460 scale, and I believe that's the 1 meter in length for the entire ship. And then this is the 1/350. So again, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.